discussion. So essentially the idea is like, you and I are talking to each other, and this is something, you're recording, so it's going to be available for people to see and hear and so on. So there is nothing, secret about it, right? Like we intend this to be known to other people. And so this is what is usual communication, telephone or cell phone and things like that. We usually don't have any secrecy associated. But suppose you are actually a bank, and I'm actually trying to buy something online, and I give these, details of my bank account and so on. And that is something I don't want a third party to know, because of this reason that, you don't want whatever little money you have as an academic to go to someone else. So there are, examples here where, or if I'm voting, right, that's a very common topic all over the world. So you're voting for, whichever candidate or party to come to power, right? And so then in your elections, so you do want your vote to go to the right one, and it shouldn't be tampered in some sense. So these are all examples of, things we do sometimes daily, sometimes once a year or whatever, which is strategic in nature. So this is strategic communication. So you don't want the third individual to know anything about it. The other example would be the defense, of any country. They are doing all these, communications with other countries. They don't want a third country to know it if they don't intend that way, right? So securing our borders and so on and so forth. So strategic communication is done traditionally by what is called cryptography. So, the idea being that I'm sending you some information. Let's say I love Ararai is the message I want to give you. But then I don't send it in these alphabets. I sort of encrypt it in what is called a KEY key. So, let's say I just replace them with the position in the alphabet. So that is the Varnam cipher. It's a very common, traditional old way of doing things, but then it's still popular. So, let's say I is whatever, 13th or 14th alphabet in the English language. And so I just replace it with the number equivalent, okay? And I send it to you. And you know that this is the methodology I have used. So you know what to do to get back the number. So essentially I convert the alphabet to its, in some sense, number equivalent, and I give you some, and then I, give you something which has not, it doesn't seem like it has anything to do with the message I wanted to send you. So to a third party, he or she won't be able to follow what I'm doing. Okay, so this is cryptography, and traditionally one of the common ways of doing this is basing this on the mathematical hardness of a problem.